Welcome back to the Ascension Series. Oh, okay. So it's March 12th, and we over here at Diamond Mentoring, we have gone through the ringer the last week. I wasn't able to do the live last Thursday. We had some really sad news sort of hit us. But as long as everything stays settled, I will be live this coming Thursday, which is the 14th at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Diamond No and both on Facebook. So today I sort of want to talk about the energy for March, and it's not surprising that I'm in alignment with this. And I want to talk about how to move through it. We have got a lot of big transitions happening, and we are watching people, places, things move away from us in March. March is all about clearing the path and standing in the doorway of what's next. And April is about propelling yourself forward. May is going to be about standing in the light. And so is June. So we've got some really intense transitions coming up, and some of them hurt quite a bit. Mine sure did. I was devastated actually last week. So I probably should have pre-thought this a little bit before I started talking, but we had one of our top elite mentors leave us very abruptly last week, which put us in a tailspin of making sure that their clients were taken care of, because that's our top priority. But then my heart got smashed in the process. So, I want to talk about how to move through what we're all experiencing here in March. I'm going to try not to get emotional, because it's challenging. And when we don't understand the outcome and we don't know what's next and we're walking into the unknown, it can be a little frightening and it can be a little heartbreaking. And so we're going to see a lot of transition in March. Some people are having loved ones transition to the other side, or fur babies transition to the other side. There's been quite a bit of that in our students. It's hard. And then we're saying goodbye to people that we have held on to so tight and have poured our love into. And it's hard to trust that process, right? So let's talk about how to navigate that. Um, and yeah, okay, let me just reset my energy here and trying. I've been a little MIA because this has been very challenging for us. So here we are in March. It's the middle of March. We have some really big vibes coming up. For those of you that are paying attention to the weekly forecast, you know that we need to be prepared and we need to be standing in, is this me or is this part of my path unfolding? And so it can be challenging when we are hurt or triggered or in fear of the unknown or in fear of the why, like why or how to progress forward. So the first thing I want to talk to is it's normal. We're human. It's okay to feel the pain. It's okay to worry a little bit. It's okay to feel the sadness or the discomfort in what's unfolding for us. We don't want to reside there, but we want to allow the ego self to move through that grieving process or that fear. And that takes a little bit of time. So I'm going to share sort of what I did over the last week, more so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then what we can do moving forward from there. So when it first hits us, this like, oh my gosh, what's next? Or why is this career ending? Or why is this person walking out of my life? Or why is my body in disharmony with ascension symptoms? Or like, I don't understand what's next. I feel this ache for divine purpose. We want to just pause and take a little gap of time to move through it, to talk it out within ourselves. If you have a confidant, amazing, go for that. My future husband is so supportive for me. I'm so grateful. Oh my goodness. I could not have made it through this weekend without him. And then also I did some journaling as well. So when we go to our journal, what we want to do is discover, what am I really feeling? What is the fear or the trigger associated with this? What am I actually moving through? And you'd be surprised. You just start with, this is the situation. What am I actually feeling? What are the fears? And we move through discovering the self awareness of, is this a me thing Or is this just something I need to trust the process of for my highest path? Sometimes we have things sideswipe us that are like, this doesn't fit so that this can happen. And we have to trust that process, but it's uncomfortable. So we want to go into our journal space and we want to do what I call ego dumping. We just simply want to sit with the journal and express, become aware. What am I actually feeling? Really get clear on what I'm feeling. Then we can go into, is there something in my childhood that is triggered by this? Is it abandonment? Is it fear of the unknown? Is it fear of resources? Is it fear of vitality in the body? We just want to get clear. Then we're going to take some time and we're going to go into that past version of ourselves and reassure them. We're going to spend time with them. We're going to say, it's okay. I've got you. You're going to express what you're moving through. You're going to look at that pain point from childhood and you're going to pause all memories associated with it because we don't want to reside in it. We want to go in, pause it, and then walk into that memory and say, I've got you. And explain to that little one, this is what you're moving through, but it's over now. I've got you. And then we have to be very devoted to spending time with that past version of self. And whether that's through journaling daily or a couple times a day, whether it's going for a long drive like I do, and I imagine they're in the front seat and we just talk and we spend time, whether it's going for a hot bath, going for a nature walk, whatever serves you to remove yourself from the internal chaos to connect into that past self. That past self is your subconscious person. It is the subconscious thought. So we're starting to heal that subconscious. And you guys know the 5 steps of creation. Your subconscious belief structure creates an emotion, creates a frequency, creates a perception, creates an outcome. Those are the 5 steps to creating anything in your life, everything in your life. So by spending time and lovingly nurturing, healing, rewriting the story, demonstrating that for your past self, that they're loved, secure, nurtured, safe, whatever that be for you, you're going to start to rewrite or you're going to transmute the vibration that's in the subconscious and start to change your external vibration so that you can align with the things that serve you, not the chaos that's at hand or the pain that's at hand. So that's one of the big things. Ego dumping is going to be really important in your awareness. So we want to discover the awareness. What am I actually really feeling? But here's the uncomfortable part. You want to give your ego self permission to say everything as raw as you can in that journal. You're going to ego dump it out. It doesn't matter how raw it is. Nobody's ever going to hear it. It's giving freedom to express, which gives freedom to express the subconscious, which brings further clarity. So you're going to ego dump in your journal everything that you want to say to that situation, that person, that place, that thing, that job contract, whatever it be, your body, whatever. You're just get it out. Once you're done ego dumping, you're going to close your journal. You're going to take a deep breath and you're going to push your journal away as you say, it doesn't belong to me anymore. That's going to help alleviate the initial reaction. Then from there, you're going to go into past self and you're going to start to demonstrate that. You're going to give yourself permission to move through it. I gave myself 2 full days to move through mine. 2 full days of crying, of disbelief, of I just don't understand. All of the complicated things. And I told myself, okay, Friday, Saturday, you're going to go into grieving. You're going to go into mourning. You're going to go through the emotions, whatever comes up, if it's deep sadness, anger, whatever it be, we're going to move through that for a day or 2, knowing that the 3rd day, we're going to have our clarity and we're going to change our mindset. And this is where it gets a little tricky. You're going to have these little peaks of, okay, this is surfacing again. But from my experience in my own journey, as well as all of our students, if you can dedicate a full day to feeling it and not ignoring it and not pushing it aside and being like, well, I've got to trust the process, or this is happening for a reason, or we're not going to disregard it. We want to witness it. We want to feel it. We want to let it move through our body. And the more we focus on it for that day, 2 days, I needed 2, and that's totally okay. You can do it for 2, 3, 4 days, whatever you need. You can do it for a month if you need to. It's independent. It's like unique to the individual, but you're going to really indulge in it and you're going to feel it and you're going to move it through your body. Once you've set that timeline on, okay, this is it, That morning, I woke up. So Sunday morning, I woke up and I did some mirror work. So I sat in front of the mirror and I had a conversation with myself, looking straight in my eyes. A little side hint, if it was a trigger, which it wasn't for me, it was just shock. But if it was a trigger, you're going to look at, so if the trigger is associated to maternal energy or female energy, you're going to go to your left eye and you're going to look in your left eye and you're going to talk to yourself. And if you need to say, like I say, it's a mom thing, for example, you're going to be like, Mom, I set you free. And you just keep focused on the left eye. I set you free. This no longer resides within me until you feel that movement happening. The left eye is father figure, male energy. So if it was a male boss, a father, an uncle, a brother, whatever, you're going to go into the right eye for masculine energy. You're going to release anything and then you're going to center back into yourself and you're going to be like, I've got you. Today we move forward. Today we move into trust. We trust the process. I am trusting the outcome. And then you're going to keep that mantra going all day long. I am willing to trust the outcome. That's a big one because sometimes the ego self is like, but so when we tell the ego self, I am willing to trust the outcome, it helps the ego go, okay, I'll give it a try. Because we know our ego self is a whole other thing, right? It's in survival mode often, and it's in the, well, what if it's in like protection mode, right? It's like this wild stallion that we need to tame. So by saying, I am willing to trust the process, it allows the ego self to begin to calm down so that you can begin to progress through changing your vibration back to what it needs to be. And from there, you want to let it go. We want to surrender and let it go. And when it surfaces again, we're not going to get caught up in the conversation of, I want to say, I wish I could have, should have, whatever. We're going to be like, no, we're willing to trust the process. I understand that you're in pain and that's okay, but we are willing to trust the process moving forward. If it keeps surfacing, we're going to go back to our journal and discover, what am I actually feeling? If it keeps surfacing, it means it's a trigger. It means that there's something in your past self that really wants to be transmuted. And we have to remember that there's 12 principles, right, that govern our energy. One of them is the principle of correspondence, meaning everything is a reflection of you. So everything is a reflection of something within you. And it doesn't mean tit for tat. It means if something abrupt happens, it's a reflection of either you're already manifesting it unknowingly or knowingly, or you are subconsciously aware that this needs to happen, or if it's triggering like deep pain, trauma, abandonment, lack of love, lack of financial flow, lack of receiving, lack of whatever. If it's triggering that, then we're going to want to go back into past self and be like, where is that in my past life that I can dive into that, bring that past version of me forward, demonstrate this new vibration to change the subconscious vibration and progress forward. The beautiful thing about doing this style of work is when you imagine that past self with you, your ego self doesn't know the difference between reality or imagination. So by imagining that that's there with you, that person's there, that version of you is there, you're bypassing the ego and going right into the subconscious every time you speak with them, every time you demonstrate love, every time you allow them to receive anything, love, nurturing, confidence, boosting up, whatever that be, whatever they require, you're bypassing the ego self and going right into the subconscious. And you're taking that subconscious belief and restructuring the vibration of it. So it's not about releasing because there's nothing to release. We're just transmuting. So we're going to find something that's a low vibration, which is very slow and stagnant. And the more we demonstrate this to that version of ourselves, it starts to speed up and speed up and speed up and speed up and speed up. And then we have to stay devoted to that new awareness and that new perception. And then by doing that, you're going to sustain the new vibration. And then, the 5 steps of creation, you begin to shift your instant reality. So this weekend, I indulged in a lot of tears and sadness and shock and confusion. Very heartbreaking to pour your love into someone and have them just finish the elite mentorship program and decide to terminate all connection. Like, it was so painful for me. I love so hard and I'm so sensitive. that I just was so confused. But I did meditate on it and I got some beautiful clarity. So that was really lovely. But I did all of the steps that we're talking about. Sorry. It was a rough weekend. So I did all of the steps that I've just shared with you. And then Sunday, I woke up and did my mirror work. And I'm trusting this unfolding now. And due to that, I went hardcore into trusting on Sunday and really using my mantras every time I went pee. I literally was washing my hands, looking in the mirror, being like, I'm willing to trust this outcome. I am willing to trust this transition. I'm willing to trust. And then on Sunday, Monday, the most beautiful thing that I could have ever imagined um, happened. And so now I have this incredible opportunity. I'm so blessed. Oh my goodness, I love you all so much. So the end of the month, we have two tiers of mentors here. And so all of our divine alignment mentors are coming to me, and we're driving across Canada. We're going out east to the most beautiful location with the most beautiful people, the whole team. We're all getting together to support all of them with 3 days of intensive elite mentor training. So, oh my God, what an honor to support. There's 11 that are just ready to dive and, stand tall in their light and in their purpose and hold hands together. We're holding hands together as a squad. I don't like the word family. I think it's a little toxic. So we use the word squad to bring so much more forward, to be of service to humanity and create such a drastic change on this planet. And it's like, pinch me. Is this really my reality? Like, oh my goodness. And I don't think that would have happened if this little hiccup that I had to go through didn't happen. So we never know what's coming down the pipeline. But when we really focus on why we're doing this, I am surrounded by people who reflect my heart. And we are here because we are so passionate about not allowing people to feel what we have felt through our own journeys. Like, we want to hold you. We want to love you. We want to hug you. We want to nurture you. We want to show you the shortcuts that we were unaware of going through our own journey. And to have these souls hold hands with me and together and just pour our love through our podcast here, through everything that we bring forward, is the biggest honor that this quirky little girl from the foster care system could have ever asked for. So I really want you to trust whatever March is offering you. And I know it's hard. I know it's challenging. I know it's super uncomfortable in moments. One of the little phrases that I use, and I don't know if this is helpful or not, but I do use, before I know it, this will just be a memory. And I use that in the low times as well as the high times. Like, okay, time, be present. Before I know it, this is just going to be a memory. So hold on to it. Enjoy the unfolding of it. Maybe not the uncomfortable stuff, but it does really serve me. It serves my heart and my ego self to say, before I know it, this is just going to be a memory. It's okay. I'm willing to trust the path in front of me. So as we navigate the rest of the month, there's some big fluxes. And we're having a big flux for star seeds towards the end of the month. So, which is not by, it's so beautiful to me when I get downloads and my guides and my galactic connections are like, we need to offer this. So tonight, actually, March 12th, we start the 4-week program of activating your starseed channeling. I can't even believe this is what I get to do. So the star seeds, we're going through a lot and there's a lot of activation for you. I get to take 25 people tonight through the process over 4 weeks of learning to channel their ascended self, their higher self, their galactic connections, so that we can continue to offer that to the world in a very unfiltered but non-fear based messaging. So that's beautiful. And then in April, we're doing the level 1. So I've restructured and I've had some questions about it. So maybe this is a good opportunity to answer them. The certification program So I used to do it in 2 levels. It's been restructured into 3 levels now. So level 1 is 12 weeks. It's intense of how to find your purpose, dive into your purpose, launch yourself into purpose, understand it, understand who you're attracting in for your purpose. It's beautiful material. But I just wanted to clarify, it's not an invitation to work on the team. I've had a lot of people be like, well, I don't really want to be a mentor. And I'm like, oh God, no, that's not what level 1's about at all. Level 1 is understanding your divine purpose and how to bring that forward and who's waiting for that purpose and how to really define it and bring it to the world. Level 2 is an invite only from everybody who's done level 1 in the past. You will have a private invite. If I feel and if we mutually feel that you want to step into a mentorship role, that doesn't mean with Diamond No Mentoring Inc. So that's level 2. If you really want to do the one-on-one mentoring in your own coaching business, mentoring business, mindset business, whatever that be. So you'll get certified as a Diamond No mentor, not for the company, but for you. And then level 3 is becoming a mentor with the company. So it's been restructured to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more affordable. But to just really support the souls that are feeling that ache that I did 24 years ago to change the world and to understand my own vibration. So we've got so many things, beautiful, beautiful things coming down the pipeline. We do have some like ripping off the band-aids as we move through March. So I thought just this little message was super important. And I hope that it's helpful. Let me know your questions with it. And I'll definitely, Bree collects all the questions for me and I can jump back on and do another video if you have specifics. So put your questions in the comments. I'll definitely support you as best as I can as we navigate this like doors closing and band-aids being ripped off and the like, but why energy. And then in April, hold on tight because it's going to be fast tracking roller coaster of excitement, anticipation, um, joy, clarity, like so much beauty. So we do have a little bit of time left. It's only the 12th today. Got a little bit of March left, but we're going to do this together and we're going to hold hands together. So for those of you that are enduring similar energies that I've had to endure, I am sending you all of my wild love. I know you've got this and we've got this together. And when we come together in love, we support each other in lifting that vibration. So my love is being poured out to your hearts and stay strong with it. I really wish I would have prepared a little bit better. I'm just finding like this ache to cry right now. Um, yeah, we're going to get through this. We're going to do great. And we just have to be willing to trust and move through the pain without ignoring it. Okay. All right. Short and sweet. I love you tremendously. As long as everything stays settled this week with um, rescheduling and moving clients around to make sure everybody's taken care of, which so far I think it's great. We've had beautiful feedback, and I'm really excited to meet some new souls, which is really great. So I love you, and I can't wait to meet you one-on-one, which will be beautiful. And here we go. So we're going to hold on tight. We're going to trust the process. We're going to share and spread love. We're going to stay in loving vibration. We're going to go to our journals. We're going to get rid of what doesn't serve us and then move back into your authentic truth. All right. Until I see you again, which hopefully will be Thursday. So it's Thursday the 14th at 2 p.m. live. This girl needs some love right now. So it would be my biggest honor to just see you there and join me. And if there's anything specific you want covered, you can comment on this video and I'll make sure to address that on Thursday on the live. All right. Okay. All my wild love. Mwah. Until we see each other again. I can't even talk. Ooh. Until we see each other or connect again, go look in the mirror and find a million reasons to say thank you. I love you. Bye, guys.